Hey guys, Adam from South End Dog Training. I've recently done a post on fireworks, okay, because obviously fireworks night has just been and gone, and of course it's going to roll around again come New Year, all over Christmas. A lot of areas people are still letting off fireworks now. I'm quite lucky and live in a nice rural area where people aren't often silly and let fireworks off 2 weeks after firework night, but we still get fireworks over here, okay? But I implore everyone who has issues with fireworks to go and watch that video, okay, because it's extremely beneficial. Fireworks can be a very stressful time for dogs and owners, so get proactive. Start training your dog now. Don't wait until firework night to start trying to train your dog. Get proactive now. One of the things I mentioned in that video is CBD oil, okay, and it's something that I talk about a lot. I talk about a lot of my clients, but I'm going to do a video now on the subject, okay, because there's still not a lot known about the subject. Now, CBD oil, okay, is 100% legal. Yeah, I think there's still a lot of misconceptions about CBD oil because people associate it with smoking weed, and a lot of people don't like smoking weed, or they've smoked weed and it's given them a bad experience, okay. There's nothing wrong with smoking weed, there isn't, okay. It's a fantastic, has many health benefits, okay, but this isn't what the video is about. It's about CBD oil, which is completely different to smoking weed, okay. So if you smoke weed, okay, it's the THC in the marijuana that actually gets you stoned. The bit that makes you feel a bit ooh, and the bit that gives you the munchies. Now, the CBD oil also derives from the plant, the marijuana plant, but it doesn't have the THC in it, yeah, so it doesn't get you stoned, or some of it has very small percentage of THC, which is completely legal, but not enough to get you stoned. So you can drive on CBD oil, you can function on CBD oil, you can work on CBD oil, okay. Now, we're seeing videos crop up more and more now, so more and more people are becoming open to CBD oil and what it is. Yeah, you're seeing people that have Parkinson's and having tremors and things like that, and they're taking CBD oil, and within a matter of minutes the tremors are stopping, the shaking stopping, they're able to communicate and function properly. We're seeing a lot of people switch over to that instead of being on antidepressants and things, medication for depression and stuff like that, for anxiety. What they're using CBD oil, and it's helping them to relax, okay. So it's also been widely used for dogs. Now, what turned me on to CBD oil was my Rottweiler, okay. She has arthritis in her back legs, and she had an operation a few years ago on her back legs as well. Her back legs are weak. We call her the clicky dog. So she gets up and just hear her joints click, and she gets very stiff, and she's on limited exercise. Now, the vets wanted to keep putting her on Metacam, which is an anti-inflammatory, and tramadol. Now, I wasn't a huge fan of my dogs being on tramadol because it makes them a little bit dopey, yeah. And a drowsy dog is a dangerous dog, in my opinion, because if it's like switching on, and then it can just panic. I did not want a drugged up dog. Plus, the medication that often is being prescribed may be helping her legs, but it's destroying her liver and her kidneys and things like that in the long term. You don't want your dog on medication for the long term, yeah. So I switched over to an alternative medicine. I switched over to CBD oil, which is this, okay. So this is what I give Daisy, my Rottweiler. She has a few drops of this. I don't know if you can see this. Put it in a little bit. It's Genius Pets, okay. It's a CBD oil for dogs, okay, and it comes in this little bowl with a little pipette, and she has a few drops in her dinner every single day. Within a few days of Daisy being on CBD oil, she was like a puppy again. She was running around, she was more lively. I think she's on her way out here to make an appearance in the video. Speaking of the devil, here she is, yeah. Can't make up this stuff, guys. Yeah, so she was completely different. She wasn't as stiff. She was a lot happier in herself. She was a lot more bouncy. And I've noticed that I've been able to start taking her out for longer and longer. And we're not having any negative side effects at all. She's not drowsy. She's improving for the better, yeah, because CBD oil is being used as an alternative painkiller, yeah, and it's completely natural, so you can give it to your dog without any harsh side effects. So it's not going to start destroying her kidneys, it's not going to start destroying her liver, yeah, and it just made her an all-round better dog. Now, as I discussed in the firework post, my other two, they're rescues, they come to me, they didn't like fireworks. Over the years, they got better and better, but fireworks isn't something that you can really practice. You can't just go and get fireworks and start setting them off and hoping for the best and start working with your dog. It doesn't work like that. So you have a limited window to sort of practice firework stuff with a dog. So one of the things that I thought, I'll start giving the dog CBD oil because it's great for dogs with anxiety. Now, we started giving it to the dogs with their dinner, yeah. And what I noticed was this year, the dogs were completely different with the fireworks. They're a lot more relaxed. I remember one time asking my wife to go to the car to get me something out the car, excuse me, because she was outside. And the front door was open. And as the front door was open, fireworks went off. And Roxy was down by my side. And Roxy's the one that suffers the most with the fireworks. So I expected to turn around and see Roxy gone. But Roxy was still standing next to me as the fireworks were going off. This is something she never would have done. And I do credit Daisy, twat. I do credit it for the fact that she's on the CBD oil, and it's naturally helping her relax if she gets anxious, and the fireworks created that anxiety in her. So because the CBD oil helps balance you out, yeah, it helps her with the fireworks. So it's something I highly recommend. And some of my clients whose dogs suffer with anxiety, is something that I've started recommending to them, and we're getting massive positive feedback as a result. Yeah. So one of my clients has a cotton de Tuliet. Enough. Go. Has a cotton de Tuliet, and that dog used to get major anxiety whenever men used to come around the house. Yeah. So she saw a post that I put up about all the benefits of CBD oil last year, and she started giving it to her dog because she saw that it can help with anxiety. Now after a few days, her dog was more relaxed with people coming in the house. Of course, if you're going to give CBD oil, you have to use it in conjunction with training. CBD oil isn't the quick fix. Yeah, I don't ever want people going out there buying CBD oil trying to get a quick fix for their dogs, but it can be used in conjunction with training dogs. Yeah. And it's completely natural. It doesn't make your dogs turn into zombies. It's not going to be damaging their insides. It's a natural thing that grows from the earth. It's a plant. Yeah, and if you look at people that have salads and things that grow from the earth generally are good for us, like salads. Yeah, all plant food, stuff like that. That's good for us. It comes from the earth. Yeah, and it's the same as the CBD oil. So. Yeah, that CBD oil for dogs. Now, the thing with CBD oil, it's quite hard to find the right one for your dog. Now, Holland and Barrett sell CBD oil, but everyone that's met that's gone to Holland and Barrett's to buy CBD oil, it's absolutely shit. It's not had any benefits from them. The best one that I've found has been this one from Genius Pets. Yeah, it seems to be the right thing for the dog. It's got 4% CBD, 400 milligrams. That's 2 milligrams per drop. Okay, so it is a bit trying to find out the correct dosage for your dog here. So do a little bit of research and find what works best for your individual dog. Yeah. One of the things about running your own business is it can be very stressful. Yeah, a lot of people think that training dogs is a nice, easy job. Now, the training dogs part is bloody easy. Yeah, even the dogs that are worst case scenarios, they're actually very easy to turn around. The hard part is everything that goes on behind the scenes that a lot of people don't appreciate. Running your own business is stressful. There's paperwork involved. There's constantly on the phone. There's constantly replying to messages, emails. Then on top of that, we pride ourselves on uploading video after video after video showing what we do, and so we've got to put videos together, we're putting posts together. It's constantly 24/7, never ever stopping. Yeah, and that can take its toll on you. It can take its toll on other areas of your life. Yeah, plus you have to deal with people. Yeah, and that's the hard part when it comes to training dogs, is to dealing with the people. My clients happen to be fantastic. I love my clients, yeah. The clients that have gone through all of our videos or gone through recommendations, they already know what they're getting when they come to us, yeah. So we generally have decent clients, yeah. And it's the trolls. You get a lot of trolls coming through just trying to make people's life difficult. People that were often bullied at school, now they become bullies themselves. Absolutely little scumbag cretins they are. Yeah, but again, all this thing can just take a toll on you. So I found myself getting very stressed very quickly. Now I thought, I'm giving my dog CBD oil, so why not try CBD oil for myself? Yeah. Now I vape. This is a vape. The idea behind this is it helps me stop smoking cigarettes, and it has helped me cut down cigarettes. Now this is my normal vape. Yeah, it's just got vape juice in with some nicotine. Yeah, that's all it is. But vape companies have started coming out with FDA approved CBD oil, which is this. Yeah, so this is what I use. Okay, it's CBD oil, and it goes directly into a vape. Yeah, it's 250 milligrams, but again, everyone's different. If you're using it to treat pain, you're probably going to want a stronger one. And one of my clients has just got 1500 milligrams vape juice, but the 250 milligram one works fine for me. Now, I vape it. Yeah, so I put it in this. Now, what I do is when I wake up, I have my coffee, sort myself out, and then before I leave for work, I have 2 puffs on this. My phone just cut out. This iPhone is driving me insane, guys. Don't ever get an iPhone. They're shit. It just keeps cutting out randomly in the middle of videos. Luckily, it's saving the video, but it keeps cutting out. So, yeah, so I have 2 puffs on this when I leave for work, and it just helps me relax. Yeah, and if I find myself getting stressed for whatever which reason, because life is stressful, then I have a couple of puffs on this. You don't vape this like a normal cigarette. You don't sit there puffing it all the time, right? But what CBD oil does is when you're getting stressed or when you're getting anxious, something inside your body is out of sync. You're off balance, basically. And what CBD does is it fights to bring balance back to your body. It sets everything inside you and brings it all back to balance, so you're operating properly. Yeah. And the beauty of it is you can vape this and it doesn't get you stoned. So you don't sit there, you don't get the munchies, you can operate completely normal, absolutely functional. Yeah, so absolutely functional. Yeah, it's good for you. And I've been now vaping it for 3 weeks. Yeah, here and there for 3 weeks, and what I've noticed is the things that used to wind me up don't wind me up anymore. It's put things into perspective for me. I've calmed down a lot, and I've slowed down a lot, because trying to get everything done and trying to make everyone happy was stressful. Now I'm still getting everything done, but I've slowed down, and in slowing down I've managed to get everything done, but I'm not getting stressed. The things that used to bother me aren't bothering me anymore. So I actually started recommending it to my clients, because often if they've got an anxious dog, often an anxious dog has an anxious owner. Whether they want to admit it or not, often their anxieties or their fears travel down to the dog, which are only elevating the dog's levels of fears and anxieties. So if you're putting your dog on CBD oil to help with anxiety, it might be worth you investing in it yourself, because like I said, it's completely legal. Yeah, you can buy it from shops. I get mine from a vape shop, but you can get drops that if you don't vape or you don't smoke, you can just put things on your couple of drops on your tongue. Or you can even get gummy bears that are made from CBD. Yeah, you can get infused coffee that's got CBD. So there's many ways to do it that you don't actually have to smoke it. Yeah, or vape it, sorry. So yeah, so it's one of those things, guys, and it just helps balance you out. So I get a lot of questions about CBD oil. Yeah, I do, but it's something that I do highly recommend. I highly recommend it for dogs. Yeah, because it can be used to treat pain such as arthritis or joint inflammation, stuff like that. It can be used to treat anxiety. Yeah, it's a fantastic thing. It really is. Yeah, and like I said, I've been recommending it for dogs for a long time, but because I've been starting to do it for myself, now I'm actually recommending it to clients. Yeah, so I know a lot of people that smoke weed or marijuana, if you want to call it that. Here's Mary Jane, to help with pain or things like that, because the medication the doc's prescribing is often making them feel worse, or it's just not helping them, and they often turn around and say the only thing that helps them is weed. But if you're one of these people that don't want to smoke weed because we're not yet following America and legalized it over here, and the only reason it's not legalized over here is because of how much money is invested in pharmaceuticals. In my opinion, they rule the world, yeah. But the reason it's not legal here is because they want to push these drugs onto you guys, yeah. Millions and billions of pounds being invested in pharmaceuticals, yeah. When you've got a natural drug that doesn't have harmful side effects, that nobody has ever died or overdosed on. Nobody's ever overdosed on weed in the history of weed smoking. There's not a single documented case of anyone dying from smoking weed. There are no harmful side effects to it. But I understand it might not be some people's thing. They might not want to smoke weed or things like that, or because technically it is still illegal over here. Yeah, and you want to follow the law, and I appreciate and I respect that. That's absolutely fine. CBD oil, fantastic. Like I said, you get all the benefits you would get from smoking weed without the getting high. You don't get high when you smoke CBD oil. You don't. You can function absolutely normal. You can get on with your everyday life. It's not going to affect you in a negative manner whatsoever. But again, you have to find the strength that works for you. People that have pain and using it for pain relief will often have a stronger dosage. For me, I just started with the weakest dose they had, and I recommend if you're going to do it, you start with the weakest dose and then you work your way up. I started with the weakest dose, I went straight in and it worked for me, so I don't need anything stronger, yeah. And if you're doing it with your dog, start with a weak dose, see how they get on. If you see no improvements, then maybe up the dosage a little bit until you find that happy balance, guys. But CBD oil is going to change the world. It really is, yeah. America, more and more states are coming to terms with it. More and more people are opening up about the use of CBD oil and how it's helping them. One guy, there was a recent story that had cancer and started using CBD oil and the cancer cells went away, yeah. There are more and more stories opening up of people using alternative medicines for themselves and also using alternative medicines for animals, yeah. Why would you not want to try something that has no negative side effects, that is not harmful to you and or your dog, yeah? Stop putting them on all these shitty painkillers and stop taking all these shitty painkillers yourself and try CBD oil, yeah. If it works for you, fantastic. If it doesn't, then carry on taking the drugs that are killing your insides. But it's one of those things, guys. I get a lot of questions about it, so I just wanted to do a little post about it. So I hope this helps. CBD oil, like I said, Genius Pets seems to be the best one for dogs. If you want to know where to get it from, I uploaded a post yesterday with businesses I recommend, dog businesses I recommend, and one of them is Buddy's Diner, based in Great Wakering, and she sells CBD oil. She can be found on my friends list, and she can be found, there's a link to her business page, Buddy's Diner, on a couple of posts down, so check them out if you want to get this stuff, yeah. And of course, if you vape, go to your vape shop. It's FDA approved, you know it's safe because it's in a vape shop. Don't buy anything on the black market, yeah. People that are saying, oh, this has got loads of THC and things like that, what they're doing is they're doctoring it at home, they're mixing it, it's not legal what they're doing. And the people that have died from vaping or vape related things recently, turns out they all had high concentrations of THC from vaping in their system. That was black market stuff, that somebody's sitting at home adding THC to CBD oil, more than recommended dosage and things, and basically just giving people stuff blindly. Go to reputable suppliers, guys, always reputable suppliers. Vape shops, you know exactly what you're getting, it's FDA approved, yeah, and get things that you can trust, sources you can trust, okay? Don't buy any black market shit, guys, that shit will kill you.